Hello, SAC fans, and welcome to the latest installment of the SAC Daily Dose. I'm Christian Stryker, and here's your SAC Daily Dose for Wednesday, June 27th, 2018. Hopefully, everybody is having a great summer so far, as June is almost over, and before you know it, July will be gone. And so enjoy the time now because the 2018-19 seasons are going to be here before you know it. As a matter of fact, we have just 64 days until the first football and field hockey games of the year. That's right. It's field hockey is going to be a SAC sport now, don't forget. So it's coming up fast. In today's show, we're going to talk mostly about some staff moves. Not only has the SAC announced some changes and additions in the past week, we have several others that have come from our SAC institutions. So we're going to get started talking about the SAC staff changes. Yesterday, Commissioner Britz announced 2 staff promotions as Elaine Keeby will now be the Senior Associate Commissioner and SWA, while I've been promoted to Assistant Commissioner. According to Commissioner Britz, Elaine's promotion reflects her importance and value to the SAC. In her time, she has become an invaluable resource for our member institutions and for the SAC as a whole. In regards to me, which is really weird to talk about yourself, quote from Commissioner Britz, even though he has only been with us a short time, Christian has elevated our strategic communications a great deal and made a very positive impact for the office and the conference. Commissioner Britz went on to say, quote, both Elaine and Christian are valuable assets to the SAC office and to our league. Their hard work and dedication to the SAC has been instrumental in our growth and development as a premier Division II conference. So congratulations to Elaine. It's kind of weird to talk about myself, so I guess, congratulations to me. But anyway, so let's move on from there. In more SAC staff news, earlier today, Commissioner Britz announced the addition of 2 new staff members. Amelia Mayer will join the conference as the Director of External Operations and Administration, while Jessica Biggers will join the staff as the Coordinator of Strategic Communications. Mayer comes to the SAC after spending the last year at Conference Carolinas as the conference officer. While at the Conference Carolinas, she oversaw the conference's awards program, assisted in the planning, preparation, and oversight of the conference's 21 sport championships, was an advisor to the Conference Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and served on the Conference Carolinas branding initiative. Biggers joins the SAC staff after spending time at 2 member institutions. Most recently, Biggers served as a graduate assistant at Coker in the Media Relations Office, where she was the primary media contact for men's and women's volleyball, softball, wrestling, and women's lacrosse. She also served as secondary media contact for the college's 17 other varsity sports. Prior to that, she is a 2016 graduate of Anderson University, where she spent time working from 2012 to 2017 in the sports information and game and event operations staffs. So she is very familiar with the SAC and having worked at 2 different schools. According to Commissioner Britz, quote, we are very excited to have Amelia and Jessica join our staff. They both bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to our team that we feel will elevate and enhance the South Atlantic Conference, as well as allow us to better serve our membership. So welcome to both Amelia and Jessica. We're excited to have you on board. If you want to find out more about all the staff promotions and additions, be sure to check out the link in the description below or check out our website at thesac.com. In more staff news, Lincoln Memorial University has named former Limestone assistant coach and 3-time national champion Carol Kennedy as the head coach of the Rail Splitters men's lacrosse program. Kennedy just completed his 5th season as the assistant coach at Limestone. During his 5-year stint with the Saints, they captured 3 national titles in 2017, 2015, and 2014, made 4 straight trips to the national championship from 2014 to 2017, and compiled a remarkable 92-12 record. That includes 3 consecutive 20-win seasons from 2015 to 2017. Following Limestone's 2nd national title in 2015, Kennedy was named the 2015 USILA Assistant Coach of the Year after helping the Saints to a 20-1 overall record. According to LMU AD Matt Green, quote, we are very excited to announce Carol Kennedy as our next head coach of our men's lacrosse program. Coach Kennedy has gained valuable experience during his time at National Power Limestone, and it was clear during the interview process that he has prepared meticulously for the opportunity to lead his own program. End quote. Congrats to Coach Kennedy, and welcome to the SAC. In more coaching news, Wingate has named Abby Wiley as its new head women's lacrosse coach. Wiley has spent the last 8 seasons as the head coach at Colorado Mesa, where she was the first head coach in program history when the sport was added in 2011. Wiley guided the Mavericks to a winning record in her fourth season, despite playing in the very competitive Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, which features perennial women's lacrosse powers Lindenwood and Regis. Under Wiley's guidance, the Mavericks have earned the Paul W. Batchelor Award, each of the last 4 years, which is given to the team with the top GPA in the RMAC. According to Wingate AD Steve Poston, quote, her success in building a competitive lacrosse program at Colorado Mesa quickly made her a top choice to lead our women's lacrosse program. I am certain that the young women on our lacrosse team will enjoy playing for Coach Wiley as she works with them to build a championship lacrosse program, end quote. Welcome to the SAC Coach Wiley. Excuse me. Continuing our staff news. It was just announced, and I do mean just, Carson Newman has named Matt Pope as the Eagles' new vice president for athletics. Pope comes to Carson Newman after spending the last 3 years as the associate AD for athletic development at Tennessee Tech. Prior to his time at Tennessee Tech, Pope spent time at Townsend, University of Tennessee Chattanooga, UNC Chapel Hill, Western Kentucky, and the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. According to President O'Brien, quote, Matt Pope brings sterling credentials and an impressive skill set to our recent historic all-star AD lineup, which of Frosty Holt, Ken Sparks, David Barger, and Alan Morgan. I am convinced that Matt will work hard and well with our outstanding coaches and athletic staff to continue to take Carson Newman athletics to unprecedented heights. The best is yet to come, end quote. You can find out more about Matt Pope, as he has an extensive resume and very impressive in his 3 decades working in college athletics, by checking out the description, link in the description below. Welcome to the SAC, Matt, and we look forward to working with you. Moving over to some student-athlete news. Wingate's Phoebe Havenar and Treslin Ortiz have been selected to represent the United States in the European Global Challenge. Havenar, a rising senior blocker, and Ortiz, a rising junior defensive specialist, will compete for the U23 BIP All-Star team in the 2018 European Global Challenge, which is slated for July 5th through the 15th. These two now give the Bulldogs 17 players who have traveled internationally to play volleyball since 2011. It's a pretty neat tournament that they're playing in. Check out the link in the description below. Congrats to Phoebe and Treslin, and good luck to you guys. That's pretty neat. And finally, in student-athlete news, last week we announced that a record 1,710 student-athletes spanning each of the South Atlantic Conference's 11 member institutions and 20 sports were named to the 2017-18 SAC Commissioner's Honor Roll. To be eligible for inclusion in the Commissioner's Honor Roll, student-athletes must have competed in a sponsored championship sport and maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.3 or higher throughout the academic year. According to Commissioner Britz, quote, we are extremely proud of the academic accomplishments of our student-athletes in the SAC. In addition to being successful on the court and the playing field, our student-athletes, coaches, and administrators have worked very hard to ensure success in the classroom, and we are thrilled to recognize this accomplishment, end quote. Way to go, student-athletes. This is fantastic. 1,700 of you, 1,710 to be exact, being with a 3.3 cumulative GPA or higher is fantastic. Another record year for us. Let's keep up the good work. Hopefully 18-19 will be even better. Maybe we can get into that 18 or even the 1,900 range. That would be fantastic. So congratulations once again. You can check out the full list of all the honorees for the SAC Commissioner's Honor Roll by visiting the link in the description below. Well, that's going to bring us to everybody's favorite, the famous sports quote. And today my quote comes from U.S. soccer player Landon Donovan in honor of the World Cup, which is still going on. I've never met anybody who says they don't like the World Cup. If you're a soccer fan or not, everybody loves watching it. And I think it could be the same for other sports. I think it's well said. Everybody does. The whole world revolves around the World Cup here for these couple of weeks when it's going on, even though, sadly, the U.S. is not in it this year. But it's pretty neat, and it really does. It draws everybody together. So great quote there from Landon. Well, that's going to about wrap things up for me here today. Be sure to check out the links to all the stories I talked about in the description below. There's a lot of great information that I just didn't have time to talk about, so be sure to read those stories. And be sure to share this video with your friends and family. Also, be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment or two. We always like hearing from people about how the SAC Daily Dose is going. That's going to do it for me here today. Be sure to join us again for our next installment of our special summer editions of the SAC Daily Dose. That's going to be coming to you next week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.